Both today. They're both great people.
Okay, and I was wondering, you said it was a 5-episode arc for Spike planned, and then he was supposed to be killed off.
Yeah.
When did the change happen? Is it something that the writers know, or just knew something the character's so good, so we have to keep him on, or can the fans do something if, like a character? I mean, nowadays, okay, it's the internet, you see the reaction right away, but back then, I don't know, you shot 5 episodes and then it wasn't even aired.
Yeah, I don't know how that worked, but we were aware of fan reaction. I think the internet there was posting boards and stuff. And so I think that there was some kind of feedback going on even back then. And I think I knew that I was going to last a little longer when they didn't kill me, but they put me in a wheelchair. And then at the end of season 2, that was really it. That was the end of Spike. There was no more plans for Spike. And I just felt lucky to have gotten 10 instead of 5. And then in season 3, like I left after season 2 saying, they're not going to be able to do this show without me. I was so good. And then they found Eliza, and she did Faith, and it was just even better with her. And I was like, and I was watching at home, and I was like, damn it! They can do it without me, just fine. But they had me back for 1 episode, and again, that was it. No, that was all it was going to be. But then they spun off Angel and lost Cordelia, and they needed to have a new person come in and tell Buffy she was dumb, and Sarah said it might be Spike. So I never really knew when it was going to end, and I, for a long time, thought that even though they signed me as a regular, they would fire me as a regular really quickly, because I couldn't get in the room to tell anyone that they were stupid without burning up. So I was always surprised that I was back, like constantly. I would read the scripts for my death scene. Before I read the rest of it, I just checked to see if I was dead yet. Every week. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. When you hadn't become an actor or a singer, which profession would you like to do?
You know, I don't think that one has to choose. I think that art is a human birthright, and I think that if you want to do art, anybody can and should. You know, it makes a lot of things about being human are not so great. Like, we know we're going to die. That sucks. You know, but what we can do is we can write a song, or we can paint a painting, and like, I like to paint. I am horrible at it, but I like to do it. You know, I like, because it makes me notice the world. But I don't, you know, I'd never be able to make money at it. But it's still, I'm a human being. I'm gonna try that. You know, so I've kind of lived my life. I say I like to have my cake and eat it too, and I've never had to choose. But in all honesty, I chose because I went to college for acting. And if I hadn't have met Charlie DeMars, the band wouldn't have formed, and I would have just played a couple of clubs. Like, when I met Charlie, I was playing clubs, but I was horrible. Like, I was in a band in high school, and then after high school I chose acting, and my music just became my private thing. And when I got on Buffy, people found out that I play guitar, and they wanted me to play in their clubs because it would sell well, but it wasn't any good, and I knew it. And I remember I was playing the Key Club, which is one of the major clubs in Los Angeles, and someone comes in and goes, dude, Pink is in the audience. She's here to see you, man. She says she's excited. And I was like, right on. And I did the show, and after the show, Pink was not there anymore. She just walked out. I probably just broke her heart because it's so bad. But then I met Charlie, and he kind of fostered me as I grew in songwriting and singing, and I got good enough to start coming out with a band. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.